happening? The cadaver! What's it doing in there? I don't know. It's outside. Well, what are we gonna do? Lock it in! Yeah! Oh, Jesus! Hurry, Jesus Christ!
You so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast, episode 200 motherfucking. Yeah, that's right. Burn the flames. Burn the flames with our very special guest, Eva Lawless.
Oh, my God!
She's fucking back.
We're here to discuss. It's the month of October. We want to keep it a little creepy, a little spooky. She's one of the many people that love this movie just like we do, and we're very fucking stoked to have her back. Ladies and gentlemen, boils and ghouls, today we will be talking and discussing the original soundtrack to the motion picture, The Return of the Living Dead. Yeah. And real quick, I have to get this one off my chest because this just happened, and I was trying to get them for the show, so I'm a little heartbroken about this, but R.I.P. the Clu Gallagher, man. Like, fuck. Anyways, on a much lighter note, Ava, how the hell have you been, girl?
Oh, you know, I've been living a boring life lately. No, I've been great. I've been awesome.
Fuck yeah. Well, I hope you're ready to break this thing down. I know you're a huge fan, and this is like one of my favorite times a year, coupled with my favorite movie, coupled with my favorite fucking soundtrack. So,
coupled with your favorite podcast producer.
God damn.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought he wasn't on the show anymore, Bodie.
Well, that's what I like to hear.
What the fuck is he
All right,
doing?
My favorite podcast
I quit.
producer.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
Damn.
You and your hairy nipples, get out of here.
Yeah, they're so hairy. Oh, there they are.
Oh.
For those of you that want to see, go to jpdub.com right now and like and subscribe. You can watch Sren's hairy cadaver nipples all over this mother.
Yeah.
All over it.
Cadaver nips.
Anyways, let's just get started with
Yes.
If you guys are vinyl maniacs, then you might be doing this by side. So we'll start that way because maybe it's a little bit classier of a way to do things.
Probably.
I mean, I still collect CDs. You guys, Ava, you still fuck with CDs at all?
Sorry, y'all. No, that ship has sailed.
She is not an audiophile. What about you, Bodie? You still fuck with CDs, right?
Sometimes, yeah. I still have a ton of them for underground shit and stuff like
yeah.
that. But I have Amazon Prime too, so I go on there and jam everything too. And if there's something I really want, maybe I'll buy the CD. Maybe I'll just get it off the back of a truck.
Sweet. Well, this thing was released in 1985, so we'll keep it old school. You know, we'll go old school. We'll do side one or
it's still
side A.
Side A.
Side A. Is that how you say it, Ava?
Yep.
Yes, side A.
Yeah. That's how I used to say it in Wisconsin.
Very nice. Is that like a? Oh, it's just the clear. It looks so shiny. Is it like holographic?
Yeah. Well, no, I kept the plastic
Clear
on
easy.
just so nothing happens to it. You know. It's
do you put your vinyl in sleeves?
Yes, I do.
Wait a minute. That looked like you were lying to me.
No, I do. I just like this album, or this was a gift to me, so I try to keep it as pristine as possible. Plus, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, so that's why it looks super shiny.
Sweet. How many versions of that do you have?
I just have this one.
Just that one?
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, hey, it's all good. I got the original.
What about you,
and those
Wallace?
things
You
go
fucking nerd.
Sorry. You're so fucking fired. You're so dead with a knife in your guts when I see you, you piece of fucking shoe. About 10, 12 years ago, I luckily scored the original copy on eBay, and they're very hard to come by. It's probably one of the more pricier vinyls I bought, which ain't saying much now, maybe not so much. But at the time, 12 years ago, it was like I got for like $80 or something like that. And then a few years back, I was at I don't know if you guys have FYI or FYE, For Your Entertainment, those stores up there in Canada. It's a shitty, overpriced fucking store, but I was walking through there looking at some stuff, and all of a sudden, boom, like a fucking smack to the face. I saw it was a pumpkin edition re-release vinyl. So it's like orange with green swirls like in it.
What?
It's fucking amazing.
That's very cool.
So I got 2 copies, and I'm looking for the CD right now. The CD commands pretty high
hard to find.
dollar. Yeah, dude, you can go on what's one of the main Discogs and eBay and all that shit. The CD is onwards $50 and up, which is weird because when you're kids growing up, like at least people our age, we're not gonna date ourselves for the millionth time. You never would have thought like CDs. It's like whatever, fuck these things, And now, dude, there's some rare shit out there.
Yeah, it's like baseball cards.
Yeah. You know what's sad about this vinyl was it was actually in Chicago. They did like a Return of the Dead, like big, like meet and greet where they like brought in all the cast that was still alive. And I don't know if it ended up happening because I think there was like a massive, like, not tornado. That's not what I'm looking for, but there was like really, really bad weather. And so like they ended up canceling a lot of flights and whatnot. So I was never able to do it, but I really wanted to get this signed by the whole cast. So, and unfortunately, quite a few of them have passed on since then, since that was like I want to say it was like 2015 or something.
Yeah.
So we've lost quite a few, and I was like, that never get that opportunity again. But
yeah, I think, I don't remember exact dates, but recently within the last 10 years, I know like Don Calfa, has passed away. Like I said, this year we just lost Clue. And then, what's his nuts? God, what is it? Bert. Frank, and we have a problem.
We have a problem. Yes.
How can I not think of his fucking name right now? It's the zombie dust, I swear.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah,
anyways.
You're freakishly good at impressions, by the way.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, we've lost a lot of those guys. And then, going back for a little history for people who don't know, I mean, early on, like I think not too long after the movie was made, the guy who played what was a Suicide?
Yeah, Suicide.
He passed away. I think he had like cancer or some shit like that. It's crazy. But yeah, they ain't getting any younger, So everybody needs to get out there and get their shit signed, including Ava.
Yeah.
Come on, girl, get with it. Anyways, let's get with it right now. The way we're going to do this for everybody out there watching and listening right now, we're going to go through every track individually. Like I said, we're starting with side 1, and we're going to take it. We'll start with Ava first. Side 1, one of my favorite tracks off this album by the Cramps, The Surfin' Dead.
I feel like this song sets up the movie perfectly. Just like fun punk rock, just fun punk rock. It really sets the vibe.
What's he say? He's like, my favorite soup, cream of nowhere.
Brain soup. That classic Cramp style comes in.
Yeah, dude. It's so fucking awesome. I think that's got to be one of the more well-known, like, associated tracks with the whole fucking album.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. It's a good opener.
Yeah. And there's a lot. I'm trying to think exactly where I'm trying to think where in the movie they play that.
Nowhere.
There's been like a few months since I've last watched it. So if you guys
can't remember.
It's been a hot minute for me too.
We're fucking slacking, Ava. These people are going to judge us.
They probably are.
Those people.
I mean, even though I've seen the movie over 40 times, I still can't remember it.
That's it?
Yeah, dude. You know how I am.
I'll jump in from a position of authority and say
he'd rather watch Halloween
18 minutes in.
18 minutes in. Thank you, Stretton. Dynamite dropping, kid. I think this is factual.
Fucking lying.
I think these are facts. I think these are Strenton facts that he's spitting right now. So usually whatever he says goes. So it is rule. 18 minutes in.
Usually.
Everyone's going to be watching it like, it's not even in the goddamn movie.
Wallace said that guy's an idiot. He was right.
Yeah. I'm not listening to Strand anymore.
A spade's a spade, and some of these fucking assholes are just assholes. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I
right.
can't remember. Don't blame me. It's your fault, not mine.
I mean, the
Okay.
most important thing for this whole track list and the way you guys talk about it is your memories with it. And also, I hope that each one of you sing a little bit of each one of the songs. And so far, it's been, yeah, you've done it.
Living
Only one song.
Yeah, just the first one so far.
I feel like the next one is probably going to get me. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get all of us tied up. It's gonna get us
Yeah.
I'm the wicked sword.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Bodie, what's your take on this fucking Cramps, man? Surfing
The
Dead.
Cramps? Like I said, man, it's a great way to open up the soundtrack. I remember when I was younger in my teenage years and I first saw this movie, hearing that song. I know it's in the movie somewhere because it's got to be. But anyways, hearing that song, I was like, dude, what the hell is this? You know, I wasn't really a big Cramps fan. I was like
think
a
it's
metal
like
fan and
when
stuff,
they're
but I never
running.
got into punk.
They're running.
It
It's
could be when
somewhere
they're
running
running
from the zombies,
from the
like
zombies.
the horde.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
It-
It's about that.
You guys know in that Dawn of the Dead remake where they had like that like doo-wop singer? What am I thinking over here? Yeah, it has like, kind of the same.
Like Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah, but like it kind of has that vibe later on in the song where it's just like it's kind of ridiculous but fun. Like I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's like weird. He's like, I mean, he's singing about car engines or some shit. I mean, if you read the lyrics, so like that's what it's about with a little like horror goofiness like mixed in there. It's it's a little
great.
weird.
Yeah, it's just about cars. Throw it in the zombie movie. Pack it and ship it, baby.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love it though. That's that song, and
It's awesome.
like every year, like now, with my youngest boy, we're starting to develop a tradition, like with the trick or treating ritual, taking him out in his wagon. We have a little cooler full of beer that we carry along with us. And I got a little speaker, and usually it's just Misfits playing because I mean that's perfect Halloween, shit. But I actually went out of my way, Stratton. You'd be proud of a brother. I made a killer fucking Halloween. It's over 2 hours right now. Soundtrack. And I'm talking about like stuff. Who do we got? We got Goblin doing the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack. We got Return to Living Dead tracks on there. We have God, what the fuck is it? Well, Misfits obviously going to be on there. Crimson Ghosts. Ghost. I have a couple of songs by them. But a lot of really cool killer Halloween shit, man. So I'm stoked to fucking play it. I've been jamming on the way to work every morning, like getting ready, getting pumped.
I'm been drinking beer and taking my kids' candy and saying
Okay.
fuck you to the haters.
I thought you were just listening to Rob Zombie all day.
Oh, how dare you?
He's got a
You talking about all the songs he's done for the new Monsters soundtrack?
Oh man, dude, no, please don't.
Hey,
Don't
but did
hammer,
you see
don't
the
hurt 'em.
Monsters?
No, I didn't.
Okay, don't.
I saw a bunch of reviews for it, but
Just don't do it. All right? Or we'll have
wasn't
fucking
the goal.
problems.
I wasn't going to in the first place.
yeah, you've secured it. I won't be seeing
Exactly.
it.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah. I digress. Moving on. Track 2 on side A.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
this song's got a lot of iconic tracks on it. That's the thing. And it's been utilized in other places, which I'll get to here in a moment. But 45 Grave, at the time, like one of the kind of, I don't know if I would say one of the premier or original death rock bands, but I mean, they're up there, as far as one of the early bands doing that type of shit. But Party Time, man.
Yeah. Do you wanna party?
Yes. I do.
It's party time.
Yeah. Cat's going nuts.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I feel like this song I played so much, like through high school, it became almost like my anthem. And there was even a period of time where I'm like, can I make this my theme when I come to the ring? Like,
Yes, I was just going to say that.
yeah. Like it starts off kind of slow, with a little whispering and whatnot, but that chorus should
Oh,
make
hell yeah.
everybody stand up and probably want to like clang their beers together, right? Because it's all about partying.
Especially skeletons.
So-
I love in the movie when the
Yes.
skeleton comes out.
He pops up. He pops up out of the grave. Yes.
That is the thumbnail for this podcast. Is him not-
Yes. Hey,
Dun,
it's
dun,
pop time,
Hell yeah.
dude. Hell yeah, man. Back in the day, I remember me and my buddies talking about that. My buddy out of nowhere would just do that at parties and stuff. Like we'd just be sitting there, and all of a sudden I could hear him. Do you want to party? I'm like, yeah.
I love how it
Yeah.
kicks in too. The intro of the song is just like, you know, he's coming down the fretboard like the vroom.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, dude. It's a class. Dude, this shit fucking rules. And they used it. So if you guys, any of you gamers out there, remember, I think it was, what was it? Call of Duty, not World at War.
Yes.
The first Black Ops, where they
Yes.
had the Romero
Ops 1.
DLC. And they were doing the trailer for, I'm trying to think of what his DLC was called, but it was that like the map where it's George Romero coming after you and he becomes a
Right.
zombie and shit. And they had so Robert Englund, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Danny Trejo, and God, I can't think of what's his name? From Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Merle from Walking Dead. What's his name?
I'm tipping my tongue, dude.
Stretton, you're not doing anything but playing with your pecker. Get on the motherfucking internet, look it up, because I'm tired of feeling stupid.
Yondu. Who the hell? Michael.
There you go.
Michael
His
something.
name's
Michael
fucking
something.
Yondu.
Michael something. Michael.
Oh,
It is Michael
it is
something.
Michael Rucker.
Yes.
That's
Ricker.
right.
Rucker?
Rucker.
Bring the Rucker. The Rucker. There you go.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
We're getting horribly off track here.
Yeah, we are. Get back to party time.
But
Chaotic.
anyways, in that video, they also used that song. So like, I remember like the commercial for that, and I was just like jumping off my couch, like fuck yeah! But at the same time, like, how can they do that? It's all associated with one fucking horror film for me, you know, and just what a fucking track. I don't feel like, or I should say, I feel like any Halloween party is incomplete if they're not rocking this song at fucking max capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like 45 Grave is so thankful that this movie exists because this song is definitely their heavy rotation.
Hell yes.
Song.
Yeah, it's pretty much, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, the shit I know, and the shit I don't. There's a lot of I was checking out their album that this was on, that it came out on, and it's actually, there's some really good shit on there. Like I said, they were like early, like the genre, like death rock. Like
Yeah.
most people aren't familiar with that, other than like the, you know, when Beavis and Butthead had knockoff shit, and they had to have Beavis wear the death rock shirt instead of Metallica because they want too much scratch, you know.
For sure. It kind of reminded me of like when I checked out 45 Grave, thanks to this song. It kind of reminded me of, later on, kind of reminded me of like early Exploited almost.
There you go. I'll take it.
Like, I feel like, 45 Grave was their influence. Maybe if they came out and said that ever, I don't know. But yeah, I always felt like that.
I can see that. Exploited has been
They're a
around
little
for
heavier.
a long fucking time.
They have.
Yeah, I think.
They got
I
heavier
think
too later
45.
on.
Yeah.
What
I was
were
going
you
to say, I
gonna
think
Ava?
45 Grave was like 1979.
You could be right. Yeah.
80.
Well, then
Could be wrong too.
this movie or the movie or the
I could be
soundtrack came out
wrong.
in,
I
like,
could be
84,
right.
83.
I could be black. I could be white.
85. Came out in 1985.
The movie, 85.
Chunky fucker. I'm gonna give him a hug.
For some reason, I thought 84.
I Googled it earlier.
I hope you did.
It's a great fucking song, and it's one of
It
those
is.
anthems. Like, I'll put it up there. To me, my ultimate Halloween anthem is "Halloween" by the Misfits. I mean, that
Cool.
should like be
Yeah.
nationally recognized as the fucking theme song for Halloween. In my opinion, I'm sorry, it does something for me. It reminds me of being like a little bastard fucking kid going out and trick or treating, getting my treats, and still fucking doing stupid shit that I shouldn't be doing. You know, potatoes and tailpipes. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a bastard, all right. Moving on, that fucking last song rock.
Nope.
TSOL. Big fan of these guys.
TSOL.
And here's the thing about this soundtrack, which is so cool. There's so many like influential punk bands on this. And this movie,
Yeah, there is.
maybe that's why I have such a huge attachment to it, is just growing up a young punk and like finding this and being like, oh my God, like this is my thing. But at the same time, it was still freaking me out because I'm like, oh man, I was still young and dumb. I didn't know if like zombies could be real or like I want no corpses coming out of the grave to eat me and live by a cemetery. You know, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But dude, TSOL, Nothing for You. Another good song. Ava, what's your thoughts on this one?
Well, I was going to say that I do think you have something there where this movie could have been like cheesy punk in a really bad way, but because the soundtrack that followed with it was so authentic, it kind of, I don't know, solidified its like
validated it.
right? Yeah. Because I know the cast weren't like a bunch of punk rock kids, you know, they had to shave their heads to get mohawks and all that. And they are a little ridiculous. Like, I don't know if I ever saw anybody in like the punk scene that had the piercings and stuff that Suicide did, going from here back to here. Maybe nowadays, but
well,
you know,
the exploited. I think maybe the exploited kids did. You know.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So I think the soundtrack just kind of solidified its coolness for me and her.
I saw that. Yeah, she was all about it. She's like, "Yep, I
Yeah,
agree."
I got
But,
nothing for you.
Dude, I think the song's about using drugs though. If I'm not mistaken, I remember reading about that, and I'm like, that's funny because most of the songs on here like don't really have to do with zombies, but it fits the whole like atmosphere of the
Yeah.
soundtrack, the whole atmosphere
Yeah.
of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's cool, man, because I used to do that shit like when I was little and I was like trying to be creative and I wanted to have like a comic book. And I remember like seeing the Spawn movie and I was like, I had a character that was similar to Spawn I came up with, but I'm like, man, the way they did that soundtrack and shit really sucks. Like, I'm going to make sure that mine's better. And I made like, it was basically a reason to make a fucking mixtape, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I got like the vibes from this soundtrack, like the ability to, and Bodie, you know, when you're piecing together an album, listing the tracks is very important, you know,
Yeah.
like where a song lies on the album
Oh yeah,
really can make or break a fucking record, even if it's good. You know, to me, it's like, oh, it's a good record, but man, I don't want to, I like it to flow. You know, I think this album does have good flow to it. And it really, every song on this fucking record, including this one, man, a lot of people might not be familiar with TSOL. They're still going to this day, and I've yet to see them. I'm trying real fucking hard, but maybe maybe one day it'll fucking happen. But I think it's like it's one of those things. If you got everything in place, and it reminds you of something so much, like this fucking record does. Like every track that comes, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is, there's that scene, and I feel it. It's hard to put into words, you know. Ava, you might know, you're a huge fucking fan of it. Like. You hear this music and it's like that atmosphere, that world, like almost flows into you, you know, like you feel like you're living in that world and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And this might be a little morbid, but the lyrics to Party Time are like not very partying. Like they're a little graphic and a little intense and like not cool, but hey, it makes you want to party. And like, they're clearly having a good time in the beginning, right? Because they're trying to find a place to party. Like, I want to party, you know, like that's what they're looking to do. They're looking to party in a cemetery. And the lyrics for Party Time are very crass and then
violent.
Just show a little respect for the dead, eh?
Yeah.
Someone told me that at a cemetery before. I was smoking weed and I got caught and I'm like a mausoleum. And they're like, watch it. And I left and I was very respectful about it. But as I'm walking away, I'm like, yes, this was so cool. It's like Return of the Living Dead.
Right.
I'm surprised you weren't like, you think this is a fucking costume? This is a way of life.
Fucking way of life.
Yes.
Come on, put your clothes back on.
I like it.
Stratton's undressing.
Yeah, he is.
We interrupt this wonderful episode for a short word from our shoot sponsors. Check out Slowpoke Toys to see an ever-expanding collection of toys and collectibles. Treat yourself and get something for you. Need to get a gift for a special somebody, a buddy, a friend, a loved one, a coworker? It doesn't matter. Visit slowpoketoys.com, the manufacturer of toys and collectibles you never knew you needed.
There we go, Ava. Show everybody a little bit more of Sren's physique. There we go.
Yeah, Sren.
He's not really that dumpy. He's getting in the shape.
No,
I'm kind of jealous.
Sren's pretty stacked.
Hey,
Body guy
I'll have
podcasting.
you know. Look,
There's abs in there.
There
look at
is.
that. Yep. There's
That's a
that.
Yeah.
There's abs
This
in there.
cadaver is doing crunches.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Actually, no, he's not. He ain't got a
Pilates.
chin. He doesn't have a chin. He's doing the leg one. But you know.
I like
Never
when
skip
they chop
leg
his
day.
head off, and you hear his vocal cords like.
Yeah. Or in the beginning, he's like,
Yeah.
it's the saddest sounding dead guy.
Right? Fucking hanging on that meat hook, like just coming back to life from that 2,4,5 trioxin. But Bodie, going back to your point too,
Yeah.
how it's pieced together. A lot of these songs are like pieced together they're from their albums that came out, you know, and Ava, like you said, like these, I don't think any of these songs, well, there's obviously two that are on here that were specifically done for the movie. Maybe I'll put three because we're coming up on one that's one of my favorites, one of my favorite bands. But they're all from these bands' albums, you know, and they just took them and made a great like collection of fucking music for this record, and it fits so well, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Moving on to the next one, Flesh Eaters, Eyes
The
Without a
Flesh
Face.
Eaters.
What you guys say about that one, Eva?
Oh, it just reminded me of Billy Idol for a second.
I know, dude. Eyes Without a Face.
I mean, that song would have worked here too. So.
Right? Billy Idol's early. I was a huge Billy Idol dude as a
me
kid.
too. Yeah,
Like-
not dude, but yeah. Yeah.
Flesh for Fantasy, like come on. Flesh
Yeah.
for Fantasy.
He
American
also
Horror
looks-
Story brought that in. I was
like-
like, yeah.
He had this portion of his career where he was basically dressing like he was in Judas Priest. Like he was just in like pleather
Oh, wow.
and chains and
Right.
like all that stuff. And I was just like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, wow, Billy Idol's so cool.
Right, right. His new shit's
It's time for
the
a white
drizzling
wedding.
shits, though. You hear that new song he's got out, and I'm like,
Is
damn
a
it.
white wedding?
You know who's not the
bloody
drizzling
prick.
shits?
What's
Gary
that?
Newman. Gary Newman is not the drizzling shits.
No.
He went
he's not.
into like industrial, like experimental industrial, and it's like really good. And I'm like, wow, you were very cool.
Is
So,
it better than Danzig on Black Acid Devil?
Ugh. Ugh.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, let's not mention about it.
I'm such a huge Mark. I bought it on vinyl, but I hate that.
That-
See,
it's like Dungeon Synth, kind of, you know?
no, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Fear Factory covered cars, and then Gary Newman turned around and started covering Fear Factory.
There you go.
We went way off topic with this.
Yeah, we
one.
did.
Billy Idol, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks,
Back
Billy
to the
Idol.
Flesh Eaters. I think this song was actually on their first album, like '83 or something like that. Killer track, but it's not. It's one of those where every song on here, don't get me wrong, I like, but there's some that like kind of do it more for me than others. And this one, it's one of those, going back to what I said earlier about you hear these sounds of some of these songs and they just invoke the emotion, the feeling of that movie, and they kind of put you in that place. This is one of those songs that do that. But as far as that goes, that's really all this one does for me. I'm not like a huge, like, oh my God, we got to check out Eyes Without a Face. Billy Idol cock blocks it,
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's more, not in a bad way, but it's more of like a filler song for me on the soundtrack. Like I don't skip it or anything, but it's not one that like jumps out the page for me.
Right.
So it's there and I like it well enough.
Well said. Well, this next
It's
one
funny.
is the title of this fucking episode. This next one,
No, it's not.
I love with all my fucking heart and soul. God damn, Rocky Erickson, Burn the Flames. Holy shit.
That's a
This
good
is another
song,
one
dude.
of those songs that
That's a great
kind of
tune.
defines this album for me. And in the scene in the movie that it plays in when Frank is
What's his name? It's cremating himself, right?
yeah, he cremates
Yeah.
himself. And if you guys like got the DVD or the Blu-rays, you've seen the behind the scenes shit, or you have More Brains, you know, the documentary that was on it. They talk about how that he wanted that scene in there. Like it wasn't going to be in the fucking movie. And he's like, well, I think this is, you know, this would fit. And it's so great. And just the opening notes that
Yes.
here I sit a vampire on my piano.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of fucking seeing Rocky Erickson live.
Nice.
I'm trying to think, it was 2017 in Chicago, and he played everything I wanted to hear except this track, which I was so heartbroken
man.
about it. But I mean, he had Cold Night for Alligators, you know, Night of the Vampire, and the list goes on and on. Huge fan. And for people who don't know, Rocky Erickson was the lead guitarist and vocalist from an old 60s psychedelic band called the 13th Floor Elevators. Just, man, the guy, there's an awesome documentary about him too. I don't know what it's on right now streaming, so you'd have to check it out, but it was crazy. Like the guy, he lived back during the day, like I said, like in the 60s and shit, when stuff was nuts. And I think he got caught like smoking a joint or something. And so they sent him to like a fucking mental institution for it. And he ended up getting shock therapy. And while he's in there, he wrote like all this crazy like shit that, I mean, you can consider it, like I said, the genre of like death rock or like monster rock. Cause a lot of stuff he wrote was, you know, Ghost covered If You Have Ghosts. That's another Rocky Erickson classic. He has a lot of really, really good songs, and seeing him live, and he passed maybe a couple of years after I seen him in Chicago. That's just one of those things I'll always cherish and remember, because being able to see him and see that live, and even though I didn't get to hear the song, that voice, you know, I mean, it was just, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that dude's got an amazing voice. To be honest, I haven't checked out a lot of stuff from him, but everything that I have checked out and listened to, I have dug and I've loved, and I'm trying to figure out why I haven't dug for more on him. But I always used to like kind of label him like the rock and roll or punk rock Chris Christopherson, because that dude was just anti. You know what I mean? Like it, like as an American songwriter, like in his genre. It just like changed for me. It wasn't like your typical American songwriter that you put under like, you know, My Miss American Pie and all that shit. This dude was doing other stuff that was just totally like metal. You know what I mean? Like
Dude,
in a sense.
Entombed even covered him.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Like,
so
it's,
I love this song, man. This song does it for me. Like I love songs like this with that type of atmosphere and that creepiness, and then also this beautiful type of melody underneath and tempo. You know, it's just it all fits. It's perfect.
glaringly higher. Dude,
it's definitely like if I have to die to a song on this track or like on this vinyl here, this would be a good song to die to for sure. Like, it sets the tone very well.
It's so great. And you see like in the film when he takes off his wedding ring and sets it on the fucking handle or wherever he sets it, and you know, hits the fucking flames and like climbs in there because he's becoming a zombie and he doesn't want to be that, you know? And oh man, it's just
a beautiful
so
disaster.
Good. Yeah,
it is so good. It is really good.
To me, it's like, and there's so many good songs on this, but this is like, I think I would have to say it's probably my favorite.
Nice.
Which is kind of a bold statement, yet it's not, because it's that damn good. But man, that it really gets the juices fucking dripping, you know, when I hear this fucking
yeah, it does.
The good thing with this too is like with previous songs, we've been trying to rack our brains trying to figure out where it was in the movie. This one You hear it and you immediately know
Right.
where it is in the movie.
Exactly.
It serves its purpose perfectly.
Yeah. Besides for the 45 grade, because that's like at the end, this one's in somewhere in the movie. But yeah, it's memorable, very memorable.
So each one of you have watched this movie more than 20 times, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. So my question is, it sounds like a very emotional scene. How many of the three of you bozos cried during this? And not to knock it, I cry at movies all the time now.
I don't cry, but I think
Hocus
what it
Pocus
does,
2,
and
Sons of
especially maybe I'm thinking out of turn, and Ava, you can let me know. But I think like if I was to put myself as like a female in this position, that's like young female, like into the goth shit, it would really kind of like just get me, like holy shit, it's sad, but it feels like a love song, even though it's not. It does something like almost like fucking Peter Steele had this way with like women and shit. You hear Pete's voice and all this,
Brian, I said the beast inside of me is gonna get you.
Yeah.
with Nosferatu. But it never made me want to like cry. There's just something beautiful and gothic about it, romanticizing. We all have, as human beings, a lot of us, I think, kind of romanticize like death and all this. And it kind of, for me, it puts that spin on it. It's like a beautiful death song. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like from my perspective, I don't know if being like a young female made it any different, but it is very like emotional, and it does make you think like if you were in that position and you knew you were turning, would you have gone the same route that he did, which is like he decided to burn himself
shaking
alive.
his head no, because he's an asshole. He wants to eat your brains. You smell spicy.
Man, I want to eat people.
I'm eating brains to the end of time.
Jeffrey! I hate you, Jeffrey!
You know how to kill me.
More
Figure it
brains.
out.
Brains 24/7.
Stick
All
me
you
with
can
it.
eat brains.
Yeah, I might cut a little hole in the side of my head. That way, somebody could kill me faster. But
Glory.
I mean,
so
some goddamn brains.
some
Snack on
zombie
your-
be fucking his skull or something.
Snack on your brain.
you can kill a zombie without having sex with its skull.
You can.
I was
You
like,
have
Cannibal Corpse.
options.
Fuck you. I'm not a twisted person.
All these zombie survival classes that taught me that, and I paid how much for that? For nothing?
I take back my question.
Listen, they did make the female zombie on the table with her tits out a little sexual for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm joking. That is none of that.
She's not joking. The joke's on you, the
yeah.
listener.
They kept bumping the
but
table.
really, the scene here, it is supposed to make you think whether you would go the same way. Like, would you kill yourself if you knew that you would be turning, or would you just allow yourself to turn and make it someone else's problem?
That's a good question. I don't think I
Totally.
could answer it.
It's a hard one, man.
You put yourself in that reality. I think it's all circumstantial. Like in my position, the guy with like kids and family. I mean, the obvious answer would be, yeah, I'd put myself down. But then there's that like dark side of me that's like, fuck everybody. I'm going to fucking eat you and, fuck the world. It's a tough one to answer for me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to be cremated in general. So I definitely don't want to do it while alive. So I'm going to go the zombie route. Probably. Or maybe,
Right.
handle myself in another way. But burning myself alive is not my plan.
Low
Bodhi?
on the totem pole there.
Bodhi?
What? Would I jump in there? Jump in the fire?
Into the fire. Oh, wrong movie.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to go zombie route, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I even put 2 seconds into thought in that and be like, dude, I can be a zombie. Count me in. Where do I sign up?
Yeah.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4.
They're gonna make video games and comics off of me. Sweet, I'm in.
And the thing that's cool is in this canon, in this storyline, in this universe, is you become zombie, but you retain the thoughts. This ain't like a Romero zombie where you're just
Right.
fucking mindless. It's like, send more paramedics.
That's so much worse.
That's the best, dude.
I mean, come on, dude.
They're talking.
Yeah,
For a
read-
reason, yeah.
There's a series of zombie books I read that are a little like instead of making it like you die, it makes it into a larva induced, almost like parasitic disease, and you are fully aware of everything you're doing in these books, but you can't do anything about it. Like your body is
Because there's that
essentially
hunger?
dead. So
Are you motivated by hunger?
There's parts of the book that describe like a father or a mother in a family tearing into the rest of the family, like wife, kids, children, all that shit, and not
Yeah.
being able to do a fucking
Little
thing.
Billy, you were
But
an
being
asshole.
fully conscious. So
That's
I
crazy,
see it
dude.
as a very similar thing. Poor fucking Billy. And
Billy was a dick. He deserves to get
just
eaten.
terrible. But that being said, now I know what camp you three awful people are in, because I'm a good citizen. I'd water my plants. I'd mow the lawn. I'd probably do my
You
taxes
know what?
and mail
I'm
it.
gonna
so it
water
all
your
gets done.
fucking plants with
And then-
piss.
and then
rather
I-
than you keep
yeah, and
talking
then I
that
would-
shit.
Then I go head
I'm gonna
first.
GG
into
Allen
that.
your fucking plants.
You just GG Allen to your shorts.
I might have.
Just talking about the soundtrack, Steve.
She loves it. Look at her eating that popcorn.
She's eating
Is
the
it extra butter?
I love it. Right? One of the
Game
best
on.
Fucking
gifts
jerks.
ever. Game on.
So real quick before we tear into side B on this,
Huh?
what would you guys say? We have 5 songs on side A. We have The Cramps, 45 Grave, TSOL, Flesh Eaters, and Rocky Erickson. Ava, we'll start with you. What's your favorite on side A?
Oh, I have to go with 45 Grave. It's just, I have to. And I can't help it. It is just so much fun. And now I really am questioning, could I use that for a Halloween show?
Should.
Could I come out to
You
that?
have
Like,
to.
yeah, I gotta go with 45 Grave. But
I'm questioning
my answer
why
for the
you
next
don't
side would be
do
good.
why you don't come out in like the pale makeup and just do the whole zombie thing. You don't have to be naked, obviously, because that can't happen. It's a children's show, damn it. But that would be super awesome if you come out as trash.
It'd be dope. I've always wanted to like dress up as her, honestly. So maybe sometime down the line. I don't even have a Halloween show this year. So I'm like, last year I was Matt Hardy, and this year I'm nothing. So
It's criminal.
But you know what? That's still cool because at the end of the day, what's the most brutal thing ever?
Nothing.
You're right about that.
There you go.
that's my pick, though. 45 Grave, final answer.
Awesome.
What about you, Bodie?
Yep. 45 Grave, dude. Just love the song. And then just because it's, I think it's like my earliest memory of watching this movie with my dad when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I just remember the skeleton at the end and that song. For some reason, I just got hooked on that song. Like any zombie movie, that song just reminded me of any zombie movie when I was that age. But that's most of the reason why. And plus the song kicks ass. I mean, dude,
It rules.
can't get better than that, dude.
Yeah. Man, you guys make a tough argument. There's
Well,
three.
we know
It's
which
kind of
one
like
you're
a three-way.
picking.
What's that?
We know which one you're picking.
You think I'm going to pick Burn the Flames, but
Yeah.
I would like to, but I think it's going to be Surfing Dead.
Mm.
Ooh,
Wow, curveball.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that.
the cramps.
Ding, ding. My favorite soup. Cream of nowhere. Ooh, baby, you're asking for Stratton's big dick. No one is saying
Wow.
that.
What version
they
is this?
want it. He's fucking gay. I don't mean that in a bad way, though, because I love him.
Not that there's anything
Showing
wrong
off the
with that.
cadaver.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Surfing Dead,
I love you,
definitely,
son.
definitely my pick. See, you guys thought just because I
You're a
gave you a
Cramps
little
mark, too.
in-depth philosophy from the Juice, and I love that song so much that, like, hey, this is a beautiful, fucking romantic song about death. I was gonna pick it. No, I'd rather go surfing on the waves of fucking
Yeah.
death.
Good job. I thought you were going to pick Humans Being from the Twister soundtrack, but you.
What? There was a Twister soundtrack.
You goddamn better well be. There's a
Just
sequel
happened
coming out
to
too.
say one of the songs.
Hell yeah, dude.
Bodie, you're fired.
No way. No way.
Actually, no, you're not, because Twister was a fucking pretty decent movie.
Twister, badass, dude. Bill Paxton.
Yeah,
rest in
Twister's
peace.
great.
Twister,
And-
fucking rough.
And they're making a sequel. I just
now
learned that
I have
today.
to draw the line.
Oh, no.
We don't do this 30-year sequel shit.
Oh, no.
Eva, tell everybody what Halloween Ends equals.
Huh? That's
Shit.
how Halloween ends?
It equals shit.
Drizzly fucking shit.
I
You don't commit to drizzly fucking shit.
No, but it's about tornadoes, so.
We interrupt this wonderful episode for a short word from our shoot sponsors. Check out Slowpoke Toys to see an ever-expanding collection of toys and collectibles. Treat yourself and get something for you. Need to get a gift for a special somebody, a buddy, a friend, a loved one, a coworker? It doesn't matter. Visit slowpoketoys.com, the manufacturer of toys and collectibles you never knew you needed.
Can't go wrong unless you really screw
That's
it
true.
up.
Well, I mean, you're in Florida now, too,
unless you're
so
Yui
it's
Bowl.
like you just went through a hurricane. You know, it's fucking. I
That was
see why.
brutal.
I get it. You know,
That's crazy.
it's in your environment. Hey,
See.
side B.
Side
Let's
B.
start with side B, dude. It kicks off with one of the greatest fucking bands, let alone just punk bands, to ever exist in The Damned. I'm a huge fucking
God
mark
damn.
for The Damned.
Yeah, you are.
Man, all these bands like the Meat Puppets and Damned and Sex Pistols, Dead Kennedys, all this shit. When I was a wee little juice, listening like, oh, it's Nirvana,
drop.
Nirvana, and finding out what they liked and what Kurt liked, and it all spawned. It was a legit secession of like, oh my God, this band, and they like that band. So I found all these great bands, and The Damned was one of them. And they're a band that like Soundgarden's much like this, and there's a few others. I get caught up in them from time to time, where it's like, holy shit, I've heard this shit a million times, all these albums, but I will not stop listening to it for like however long it lasts. Like this last run was like probably like 3 weeks. It was like, Machine Gun Etiquette, The Damned, first album, and the Black album.
Original Black album.
The Black album. Like, holy shit, I'm Dr. Jekyll, he's Mr. Hyde. Like, that shit fucking rocks. I don't care. I love The Damned. I'm pissed because they were just in fucking Chicago with Blondie.
Yes, they were.
And how did I not know that? How did I not know? I was in Chicago too. I saw Fear and the Misfits and Bad Religion.
You
and
fucked up. You
GSI.
fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
Señorita Delgado El Hugo fucked up. But man, do I love this fucking band. And I want to shout out my homie Brad Vanderzee. My birthday was October 4th. I had my party like 2 weeks ago. He came over, he hooked me up with the first 3 Damn records on vinyl. And I was like, oh, damn, man, you trying to get some dicks in that or what?
Spread the love.
Because I would have gave it to him, man. Like, damn, dude.
Spread the love.
And a G.G. Allen fucking wrestling
Yeah,
buddy.
I saw
So
that.
I'm like,
With real poo on it.
what do you do? And then he also got me another one, the 2022 one chip challenges, which we both ate a little piece again.
A pocket.
And it both made our guts fucking boil. I'll never do it again. But anyways, long story short, The Damned
That's
appear
great.
on this soundtrack with Deadbeat Dance, which is a very rare song to find because I don't know if people know, but like there's a lot of like you can't get this fucking album anywhere streaming. You could piece it together, but even when you take some of these older songs that were on other albums from bands we mentioned earlier, like there's still, it sounds like either they re-recorded a certain version of that song or like they did some kind of remastering where it's just different. Like 45 Graves original sounds just like it does on the Return of the Living Dead soundtrack. Rocky Erickson's sounds like that. But there's some other songs where it's like, it just seems a little different, like level wise or whatever.
Like
Or
a
be too
remaster
musical
or
of a-
something.
Yeah. But you cannot get this fucking album anywhere. And in a digital age, that fucking sucks a big pile of digital dicks, man, because I love this. I don't want
Digidicks.
to have to fucking piece it together. You know
Digital
what I mean?
dick.
But dude, the Damned Deadbeat Dance, dude. Who knows? Oh, was he gay? That fucking shit. Ava, what's your thoughts on this song and the band, The Damned as a whole?
I feel like it's really hard to follow up that.
I'm sorry. I'm a fucking dork. And I might have been a little incoherent, but I love that band. They're great.
No.
Plan 9, Channel 7, come on.
I do think like something you spoke to is like how you were like in love with Nirvana, but then you went down like, down the, I don't know.
That's why they're such a great band to me, because if a band, and even this, I challenge anybody to find someone like that today as an artist in any genre that you're so deeply involved with to where you find out like, okay, they're influenced by them or really like them, that will lead you down this genuine path of really good music.
Yeah.
Because and Kurt wasn't just limited. I like hip hop, old school, like 80s hip hop and shit. He fucking turned me on to that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think like that's just an experience that I hold sacred to myself. Cause I know when I was like young, and I was into like pop punk, which was like a very small part of my life. But when I was
You're excited to see what's his name come back to Blink 182, but that song sucks.
No.
Edging, fuck that. Handsome Prick.
Actually,
Edging with Disaster was first.
But for me, like I was like, well, what do they listen to? And then that's how I found Rancid, and then I just like kept going.
Yeah.
And, like the bands that I originally started listening to faded away into obscurity because I found what they listened to and fell in love with that stuff. So I feel like your experience with the Damned is like what a lot of people have experienced, and it's almost like this like fun like spider web where you just keep going and there's so much more underneath, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think that experience is like something I really love as well.
And I wish they have another song. You ever watch The Young Ones? Are you familiar with that, you guys?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen
TV
it.
show, British like TV shit. It's really awesome. There's a song called "Nasty" by The Damned. Check it out.
Nasty.
It's fucking awesome. Catch the horror taxi. I feel in love with my video nasty. It's fucking crazy. Catch the horror train. Woo-hoo.
All right.
I know I'm not doing Deadbeat Dance, but whatever. This whole episode was
what the hell?
Used to talk about The Damned because it's like my favorite fucking band ever at the moment. It'll subside, that's how good of a band they are.
It's not Tears for Fears anymore. Dude, that breaks my heart.
Man.
I'm a huge Tears for Fears guy.
Me too.
Huge Tears for Fears guy. But
I mean,
that's for another episode.
Download some recently,
Yeah.
No. Bodie, what about you?
I thought one of you guys were going to start a song.
What about me?
Somebody sing a Tears for Fears song real quick.
Some other best stuff that has no singing
that's
in it
not
at all.
It is Tears for Fears. Isn't it? Forget About Me, with Donnie Darko, where dude's doing coke at the locker. Like, yeah. Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Let go my boss and Cody sweating.
Yes.
That
Dude,
was
don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That was my alarm in high school, pretty much all of high school.
Yes.
Because I like the chimes in the beginning. It's like that's such a lovely way to wake up.
Hell
and
yeah.
Such a great band. So
That song.
I should go
totally
back to
takes
that.
me back to the day, like that
Yeah, it
time,
does.
time. Fucking shit. That gets me pumped. I'll beat someone up to that song. Dare me.
Right?
What? Sren, looking at me all weird?
Weather.
Yeah. I'm going to weather your fucking face, Sren.
I really feel like we should all do karaoke one day.
Oh,
I just feel like that would be such a fun time.
Dude, rock.
Juice Pro Karaoke, new division headed up by Ava Lawless, coming soon.
There it is.
Whoop, there it is. Thought
Yep.
you knew. Sit.
Oh,
There's my
yeah.
butt. Moving on.
Wait, you asked me about the Damned, didn't you? And I just went
Yeah, I
on Tears
did.
for Fears.
You totally ignored it. So
I did. So
I was trying to progress.
because I no sold the Damned. Sorry about that.
You did no sound.
I did. I totally no sold the Damned, dude, and I feel so bad about it. But no, I want to say like the Damned might have been like the first time I ever heard like that gothic rock.
Yeah.
Kind of. You know what I mean?
But
Like
punk. Dude,
yeah,
like,
but
think,
punk
like,
style.
The Damned are considered, they're right there with like the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and all that shit. As being like the first punk. They were the first punk band to be pressed, like to release anything. But they never got and there's a great documentary. Don't You Wish We Were Dead? I think it's on Tubi. People can check that out. They're so fucking good,
have to.
dude.
Yeah, and I never really got into the Damned too much, but I appreciated what they did because I thought their musicianship was just like right on the money, and they were good at what they did. And I might not have got into it a lot, but hearing this song for the soundtrack, I actually went, and that's when I first heard the Black Album and Machine Gun Etiquette. You know, I went back and actually checked some of it out. I'm like, I can listen to a couple of this. I'm not totally into it, but I appreciate the hell out of it. So, you know, sorry, I'm not trying to no sell the damn there, but no.
You better fucking not. It's a perfect combination of goth and punk, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Bodie no sells the damned.
Clickbait.
Now he's fired.
Yeah, clickbait.
We're going to replace you with Bruiser Jody.
Oh, that guy sucks.
Some knockoff.
A total rip
Jody.
Yeah, he's going to be like the fake Diesel.
Right? What about the Tall Boys? Song 2, Take a Walk.
I love Tall Boys.
I got nothing on this one. I can't remember it.
Ava, you piece of shoe. Now you're going to get my satire.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's like the ones like, oh,
yeah.
Someone, I don't know the words. It's one of those songs we talked about earlier. It's like I don't wish it wasn't
there
because it's in the movie. It reminds me of the movie. It's just on the soundtrack. It doesn't really, sorry, Tall Boys, I got one right here, but it ain't for you. I got nothing for you. Hey,
so much for my surprise guest next week. Yeah, it's gonna be the fucking Tall Boys.
I was gonna say, I feel like when I get to this song, it's like I heard so many bangers leading up to this song that I'm just banged out, dude. Like it kind of no more bangers. But no, I don't think I give this song its just due. It's probably really good. I just never paid attention to it much because, like I said, I just go back and play the first 5 songs again.
There you go. What about playing track 3 of side B?
Side B.
The Jet Black Berries, which is a weird band. I like this song.
I love this song.
Love under will.
It kind of reminds me of the Psychedelic First. Just
I could see that.
And it's like it's a bit of a departure where it's not like that full blown like punk in your face sound, but it for some reason it has like I don't know like that weird like not I don't want to say goth, but definitely Psychedelic.
It was definitely You're not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally goth.
But I love this, and like every time I listen to this album, I always have this voice in the back of my head that's like, you should go check out more of their stuff because that song is really good. And then I just never get around to it. So I feel like I really got to do a deep dive there because I really do like the sound of this song. And it's one of the ones when I do listen to this, I always go back to this one. So it might be my favorite on this side. Maybe.
Oh, shit, girl, getting ahead of yourself. Judge a little too quickly.
Maybe.
At least we got another couple for you to think about it. Bodie, what about you?
This song's cool, man. I like the song. I like the riff. The riff, I love the kind of like punk rock surfer style,
Mm-hmm.
if you catch what I'm laying down. But like I said before, the like last 3 songs on this I've listened to, but for some reason, like that first half always just is more memorable to me. I apologize to everyone.
No, I mean you're really
the last half of it, but no, I'm telling you how it is.
But you're selling the Damned again. I mean, the Damned makes up for the whole second half of the record.
Well, they do, yeah.
And we're skipping.
But I'm still no song.
There's bangers on the second half. There's bangers on the second half.
We're gonna lynch Bodie in this, Ava.
You're going to. Man. I told you. I get to this like last couple of songs. Like actually, no. Is it the song after this one I'm thinking of that kicks a lot of ass? I think so.
But it's not this one, huh, Bodie?
No, this one sucks. I hate this one.
You've been called out.
This was the worst.
Bodie continues to no-sell the soundtrack.
After I go back and listen to the Damned because I forgot who that was too. And then I just go back and play 45 Grave over and over again. And then go over the Flesh Eaters. And I'm like, yep, looks like my work here is done, boys. All right.
He's done, Dundee.
Let him. Oh.
Bodie has been cut off.
Yeah.
Drinking too much of that liquid death. We're not sponsored.
Nope. First thing I'm doing after this though is I'm going to listen to that Love Under Velvet. I remember that riff though. That
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to have to. Yes.
Love so good. So romantic. Anyways, the next song is even better because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight we'll make love till we die. Oh, look at it. I like it spooky.
I like it spooky.
Shout out to Sren. He hooked me up with this shirt.
Yeah, you
Give
did.
it go. Let it rip.
Good.
I'm holding our cadaver's hand.
Hell yeah.
We're just having a party over here.
It's like
Slow dance in the SSQ.
Hulk.
Yeah, this song is perfect. Wouldn't change a thing about it. This is another one where you can place where it is in the film. It's a party song for sure. And
Well, that was
getting naked.
when that was the graveyard scene.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's her
So-
name? Linnea Quigley.
Yes.
I think that's how you pronounce her name. If not, I just blatch. Matthew, where you at, motherfucker? Return my messages.
He doesn't like it.
No, that is it. Yeah.
Yeah, Linnea Quigley. She you can catch her on the horror round. She does a lot of shit. She had
Yeah,
a
she
lot
does.
of cool shit back in the day. I mean, she had some like 80s workout videos, straight like heavy metal 80s workout.
Yeah.
She looks so good. She looks so good in that movie. Like,
I don't know if this has ever come up, but she did a horror convention here and I was like the person at her table. So I just hung
Really?
out with her for the whole weekend.
really?
She was the sweetest thing ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I have a-
the sweetest thing.
I have a picture of her and I. And yeah, now she like rescues dogs and just does the horror circuits all the time. Like that's her life. And I'm like, that's a
Yeah.
pretty good life, you know?
She's done so many
Yeah.
good movies though. She was
Yeah.
a huge part of 80s horror, like early 90s.
Scream queen. She's a scream queen for sure.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And this is her song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the song fucking kicks ass. Like this,
Yeah, it does.
I'll tell you
This is
what,
the song I was thinking
SSQ.
of.
I mean, there's not too much more you should really check out unless you're interested. I'm not saying that. Check them out if you want.
Go check them out. Go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Super memorable. And like I said, that scene, you're a young boy, you're seeing that, and you're like, okay, all right, I was a little scared, and now I'm a little aroused. What's going on here?
Yeah.
What are they trying to do to my young mind?
Right.
You like it spooky.
Yeah, you like it spooky. But fucking awesome scene in the movie. Awesome fucking song, Bodie. Come on.
Yeah. It's like the Burn the Flame. It's
Yeah.
like that one where it's like fits exactly where it should in the movie, and it's such a beautiful song. It's awesome. I love this song. This is the one
You
I was
get
just thinking of. when
spiders sitting there like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You want a man? You want a man?
Yes, dude.
Also, like, if you think about it, the lyrics are fitting too. Like she's saying,
They
we'll
are.
make love until we die. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all, but your fate is death right now.
Yep. So make love till you die.
Gotta get one out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this
Yeah.
is the time.
There
Yeah,
was
the
like
song
a
fits
fucking
perfectly for the scene.
yeah, totally befitting.
Yeah.
There's like some remix version of it too. But as we wind down on this side B here, there's only 5 songs,
Side
and the last one is Trash's Theme.
Trash's
so that's
Theme.
like, just
SSQ did that one too.
well, I mean, it's not the whole punk rock, band.
No.
They weren't licensing anybody for that. That was just like orchestral, like score stuff, which I
Mhm.
like. But I'm kind of like, what, they could have fit. And rumor is there's a couple of songs I think that were omitted from this album. I'd be a
Oh.
liar if I told you what they were, but there were a couple other like
Really?
old school punk bands around that era that were supposed to put some on there and it didn't happen. I mean, this is the
I would like
final
to know
cut,
which ones.
but Trash's Theme, it's just, it is
Yeah,
what
it
it
seems
is.
like-
What do you think? Yeah, I feel like it kind of, it's a great album. I still like it, but it ends. Come on. I listen to fucking horror soundtracks, but it's like, damn, it's like a kind of like a dud at the end.
Yeah. I feel like it should end with the previous song and then You know, but I feel like that's like an added bonus for like fans or
Or
something.
throw
Like,
Sam
I think
Hain
it's,
on
like-
there or something.
Sam Hain. Should have thrown.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, no, I can't say that because that song didn't come out yet. I was gonna say, put Christian Woman at the end. It doesn't come out till 15 years later. Fuck it.
November Coming Fire or some shit. I don't know. Initiative.
This should just ended with party time again.
I
Put that at the end again.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles used to do party time redux.
Yep, Redux instrumental. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep, that's how it ends.
That's
What
how
is
it
I don't
ends.
wanna
But you
listen
know,
to this.
there's so much shit that's missing from it. You
It's
know,
very
we-
anticlimactic though.
I'm looking at it here. Yeah, we end. I mean, overall, great album. I mean, I think we can all agree. Like,
Oh,
if
of
you had to give
course.
it a regular
One of the best.
person rating, what would you say, Ava? Like out of a 10, simple score.
I would say maybe an 8.5.
Fuck you, Ava Lawless. Totally joking. That's,
No sell the
that's a
album.
respectable, as the pizza guy
No
would say. You
sell
know,
the
it's a
soundtrack.
respectable score. It's amateur score.
I don't know how it could be better or worse, but like, oh,
Take the last song.
No, that's a good
Party
rating.
time back.
yeah. I feel
It
like,
is.
to be honest, it could have been a bit longer.
Yeah,
Like
it does
that.
feel short, especially because
It-
it's punk
yeah.
rock. Each song's only like 2:30, if that, maybe a little longer.
Yeah, I think it could have probably used like one or two more songs, and then I feel like it would have been like the perfect flow. But I'm not mad at what it is. I like
No.
it a
Would you?
lot.
Hey, not to interrupt, but would you say it would be a even flow?
No. Life like butterfly.
Ava just ran out of time.
Yeah,
She's got to go.
So we choose.
That's it for me.
Are there Pearl Jam? Let's never do that again.
Are there any songs that were in the film that were not on this soundtrack, like other than the score?
I don't think so.
Not that I can remember.
But we're technically not done because there is the one glaringly overlooked song that wasn't on there, which is
Monster
Francis Haynes' composition of the fucking, I call it the Trioxin theme. You know, Return of the Living Dead, the actual theme song that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't on there.
It should have ended with that.
Yeah, now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
That should have ended the soundtrack. Then it would have been a 10.
I was always pissed about that, dude. I was like,
I'm
what the
surprised they
fuck?
never put that on there, man.
The song's a banger, but you know what it all comes down to? Maybe it was like political shit or legal shit, like rights or whatever, which I think
Who
is
knows?
that's a big reason why it's not on. Because there's an official Return of the Living Dead. I don't know who runs it, but it's like legit, and they run like the Facebook and Instagram, and they sell all this cool fucking merch and shit. But
Well, it's gotten like bigger over. I don't know what happened. Like Return of the Living Dead used to be like almost its own subculture.
Mhm.
It was basically punk, right?
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
now
yeah.
there's like websites dedicated to it. There's huge fan
we
pages,
sold
and
out,
it's
man.
like- yeah, it's sold out.
But we didn't get paid.
Just became a classic.
man. A little simple.
Yeah,
would
when
you
are we
rate
going to
it?
get it?
What would
When are
you
we
rate
gonna
the
get the
soundtrack,
stuff?
Cody?
How would I rate it? I would probably say I thought 8.5 was a solid score. I was going to say 8.5, 9. I mean, just because everything fits the whole atmosphere and culture of the movie. The movie was punk rock as fuck. Soundtrack is punk rock as fuck.
Bodie said
Definitely
everything fits the whole.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Only
A
the,
5-year-old.
only the producer would have caught that.
Yeah. I'll you know what? We'll make it a trifecta. 666
You give it a 6.
I'll go with the 8.5 as well.
There you go.
It's great. And even the songs I don't want to hear, I'll tolerate and I listen. And I can listen
Yeah.
to it like through, you know?
All right.
I feel like Resident Evil tried to do this for new metal, you know, when it first came out.
Good call. Very
Yeah.
good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
And new metal still didn't get over.
I I really
Although,
enjoyed the first Resident Evil soundtrack, the motion picture score, the new metal parts. I don't even remember them, but the actual score, I really enjoyed it.
Dude, every soundtrack was new metal.
I know.
Wasn't it like
was.
Lost Highway or something? Like Snot was on there. But
Oh
Snot
my
was
God,
good new
Lost
metal.
Highway
Well,
soundtrack. Yeah, I remember that.
It did really help Slipknot because I think Wait
yeah.
and Bleed was on it, or my
That first album
No, Wait and Bleed.
fucking
That
was a
first Slipknot album.
yeah. It was a banger because nobody was. They were new
brutal.
metal, but they were incorporating death metal. And when I was a
Yeah.
young kid.
And thrash.
a fan, an observer of, and a participant of fucking music. No one ever listened to me when I would say like, "Hey, I'm telling you," and this is like, I'd say like from 98, 99 to like early 2000, 2001. I'm like, death metal is the next big thing for these fucking industry people to grab onto and market. It's gonna like, you hear that Slipknot shit and it's just, it's evolving. It's heavier, you know, they're making accessible death metal.
Yeah.
At the time, you know, with the guitar, the drums, the trem picking, the fucking blast, double bass and shit. What, you know, and then you had a cartoon with Death Clock and shit, you know, the Metalocalypse. Like, how commercial is that? All these magazines like Revolver are now not talking about Korn and all this bullshit. They're actually like following up on like Cryptopsy or Dying Fetus, Cannibal Corpse, you know, and old bands like Merciful
Remember
Fate.
Suffocation? They're back.
Yeah, fucking Suffocation. Yeah.
All of them.
All of them. That's the best part, Sren. I'm making this hard for you right now.
There we go.
There we go. Anyways, the movie.
There we go.
We all fucking love it.
Slipknot.
Dude.
Put Slipknot on the soundtrack.
Slipknot on the Return of the Living Dead?
Can you imagine if they redid, like they did like a modern one? Can you imagine?
No, I don't want
by
to.
Rob Zombie.
Well, that being said, I mean,
No, it's kind of like Machine Gun Kelly or something.
Oh God! That would,
God,
fucking,
no!
Suicide. If I heard that, suicide. That being said,
Kelly.
This movie spawned, you know, many sequels. I think they did up to 5. The first 3, I like. I think we'll, you know, maybe that's future episodes. Ava, you come back. We talk about 2 next time because 2 is really good as well. And I'm trying to get Brian Yuzna on the show, who directed that and was the producer of Reanimator and did like Beyond Reanimator and stuff. So I think that would be fucking dope. But in summation, we all fucking love this album. We all love this franchise. I encourage everybody to check out their stuff. Like I said, official Return of the Living Dead on Instagram. You can get cool shit. Like, check it out. I've been hiding it the whole time, you know?
Nice
what we do about it? What do you do? You
Nice
know?
hat.
Nice. Very nice.
Hey, well, want to fight about it?
Yeah, I thought this was America. Hey, free country. It's not. It's not.
I
I'd
thought
rather
it
be
was
in Canada.
America. I thought it was in America.
But anyways, you know, like I said, we'll do more shit in the future. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Ava, right now, you can let everybody know what you got coming up wrestling wise, where they can find you and buy some motherfucking merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Instagram and Twitter, I'm Lawless Ava. And you can catch me facing Masha Slamovich in Edmonton on December 22nd.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm on Pro Wrestling Team. So
Yeah.
Ava Lawless.
Buy the
That's right.
shirt.
They always got those sales. When you save 20%, save 20% on fucking Ava Lawless merch.
You got to.
You got to.
Plus, she's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
beat down Masha, so you're going to want that
Yeah.
shirt after she beats Masha.
Yeah. Did you catch that Bound for Glory match?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I got my work cut out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you do.
She's
But you got it. You got this.
fuck yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That shit is fucking, she's going to go far in the business. And
Got that right.
yeah, for you to fucking face her. Oh, it's good. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna
kick
be a
her
great
ass for us,
match.
for them
Can't
juice
wait.
boys, you know?
Yep.
Ava, it's always a pleasure.
Come out to Do You Want to Party?
Yes. Make it
Just for
fucking
that.
happen.
Just for that match.
Please make it
Just
happen.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll throw a fucking rock through my window if you do. Seriously.
I'll throw a
What do I
rock through
got
his
to lose?
window if you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a rock through his window either way.
Thank you, Three Floyds. Your Zombie Dust got me talking, brother. You got me talking. Ava, it's been a fucking pleasure and an honor as always. Everybody, please like, subscribe, share wherever you're listening right now. Rate and review. YouTube. Ooh. Comment. We have like a fucking thing now where you can like leave fancy comments and give us like $1 because we don't make shit, you know? And we want to do more cool shit and we like to keep it spooky for you. And follow our sponsor. Check out our sponsor, Slowpoke Toys. I can't do it. Sretton, you know I can't do it. But anyway, slowpoketoys.com. Gifts for independent wrestling fans that you didn't know you ever fucking needed. Check them out. We're also on ProWrestlingTees.com/JPWTees. Buy our shit, buy Ava Lawless's shit, and make it a package deal and come back again. Thank you. Until next time.
The fucking Jews, Ava Lawless, Shred the really
handsome gentleman.
Hey, Bruiser fucking Bodie.
Wet 'em up. Wet 'em up.
Wet 'em up.
Wet 'em up. Wet 'em up. Bert, we have a problem.
I want a party.
You gonna do sex to me?